Hey guys, welcome to a weekend stock talk. Today is August 5th, which will cover the week of August 5th. So thank you everyone for watching these videos and commenting. I hear a lot about like, hey, I wish you post more videos or I'm going to miss your videos. So I appreciate all of those comments. I love doing videos for you guys. So yeah, let's keep it up. What you're looking at right now is SPY, the S&P 500 on the intraday chart, and we see a blue line here, which is our resistance line situated at 283.86. So we talked about this level on Thursday's video, right guys? And pretty much what we talked about on Thursday's video, exactly what happened today. We said that we saw a reversal from the support line on at 279.08, around that area. You guys can see how we bounced from the support, and where did we gravitate to afterwards? We gravitated to right towards the resistance at 283.80. Now the question is, did we get to 283.80? We actually didn't. We came up a few cents short. That's number one. So that shows me that there's a potential for SPY to continue a little bit higher to that area. The second question you have to ask yourself, I think a lot of you guys are asking, is, well, Kevin, aren't we at the resistance? Are we going to get rejected? And the answer is not necessarily. We don't see any sign of a reversal right now. And given that we have consolidated, I'll show you guys the 1 year chart, a couple of days down here at the 20, we might have enough energy to push over the resistance area, and this is why this week it is going to be extremely interesting to see what will happen with the markets, because we're right at the resistance, and because we see no signs of reversal, I expect this actually to push higher until we see that sign. So remember that if we do push higher, we close actively daily, especially, or 4 hours, 283.66. If we can close actively above that, we're looking for 287 as the next resistance. Now this is the 180 day or the 1 year resistance, so be on the lookout for that. And I think once we cross this level, the market sentiment is going to be extremely bullish, and if that happens, we'll revisit it, but we got to be really careful at that point, and I'll tell you guys why once we break that area. So for now, nothing wrong with the charts. TVIX volatility. Volatility is declining. Here you go. Getting constantly rejected, the light blue line or the 20 EMA line, rejection here, and it continues to fall. We made a 1 year low, right? Volatility made a 1 year low on Friday, and this is to be expected as SPY really didn't fluctuate at the resistance. So markets look bullish, volatility looking bearish. Very normal pattern in this case. Not much to talk about here. Now, before I go into commodities, I want to thank everyone once again for watching these videos, and hit that like and subscribe button if you guys enjoy the content. Do it for you guys all the time, so hopefully you guys can just tap that button if you want to. If you didn't enjoy it, I do hope that you enjoy it in the future, because yeah, no, not everything will plan. Not 100% of what I tell you guys will pan out, but for the majority of the portion of what I talk about, trends and such, it pans out. So, and that's what really matters in my opinion. So, all right, let's take a look at the crude oil chart /CL. Note that on Thursday's video, we talked about how, yes, we started reversing on crude oil right here on Thursday, but I said that it wouldn't be unusual for it to come down and into the body of this candle just slightly. And that is where I covered my crude oil short. Once we started rebounding off of the low, I expected this rebound, and now crude oil has the potential to push higher. As I said, it has the potential. And why is that? You have to look at where we are right now. We're situated right here, pretty much in the middle. So there's a 50-50 shot that will break above versus breaking below to the where my optimal buy area is 66.34. That's the optimal crude oil buy area, because that has been the support in the past, as you guys can see. So that, but right now it's in the middle. Not, we don't have to take a trade if it's a 50-50, and therefore I'm just watching on crude oil what it will do. Nothing that really concerns me right now, and therefore yeah, so UWT would be the one to be looking at, but right now not yet. So /GC. Here's gold futures. Gold futures looking, we bounced at the support again, but really it wasn't an incredible bounce. As a matter of fact, you guys can see here's the daily candle, and we closed into the red candle here, the previous Thursday candle, which looks pretty bad right now, and gold really continues to look very bearish at this point. So you guys want to be careful on gold because even though JNUG bounced 2%, this one certainly has the potential to continue on lower, and we don't see any signs of reversal right now. Okay. /NGA, guys, I know I'm going through this kind of quickly because really nothing has changed from Thursday's video. So, you know, the trends that we talked about in terms of natural gas as well, nothing has changed. Here we go. We're looking at natural gas and how we reversed. We talked about how we saw a reversal candle on Thursday, and we said that we just have to follow the trend. And, you know, we reversed higher. We negated the red candles from previous days. And look, Friday we went even higher. So UGAZ continues to look bullish. Nothing wrong with this chart. Remember, we did go up 3.5%. Nothing wrong with this chart. But one thing you want to do keep in mind is as natural gas is pointing higher, you have to look at the ticker UGAZ because that's the one you're going into. And the one thing is you guys can see that the resistance is at 63.80. And if I take you guys to the 180-day chart really quickly, you guys can see that this has been actively acting as a resistance area. So we're getting close to that area. Just something to keep in mind if you guys are in natural gas position. But in the meantime, you know, this is one to be just, you know, if you're in it, you're great. If you're not in it, you know, your potential for profit is, I think, getting riskier. All right. Yeah, let's get to your tickers. But before we do that, let's take a look at Facebook. So not Facebook ticker, but like the Facebook tickers that you guys are commenting on. So the first one I think you guys talked to me about was AMD. Now AMD on the 1-year chart, I want to show you guys this because our resistance, I pulled it down just a tad bit to 2023. We didn't really hit that level, but we did hit 2018, which was actually the peak. So the question is, do we have good entry points into AMD? And I think the best entry point right now is it's on a bullish pullback, which is perfectly normal given that AMD has been going higher and higher, and that we see a 20 EMA line, the light blue line right here, as a possible support, as well as the 1726 level, which is the support for sure. So in this general vicinity, I think would be good entry points into AMD. In my opinion, right now, it's just, you know, holding horizontally, perfectly normal. Look on the 3-year chart, you guys can see, you know, we're so high over the 20 EMA. Let's just wait for maybe a week and see what happens. If we manage to dip below that area to 17, you know, that buying area that I was talking about, maybe 1740, 1750, that would be a good time to look into AMD. But right now, we're still kind of overstretched. We're near the major resistance. I think it could, you know, go higher, but it needs the time to rest. K9. So K9, I think you talked about the ticker XYL and its potential as water sector. So they provide. So I think you were the person who mentioned waste management as well, right? So it's very interesting that you like these utility stocks. Yeah, I think they've been on a pretty bullish streak. So one thing you guys want to take a look at is this was boosted by earnings. So on the 1-year, 1-day chart, can you guys see this large catalyst, the green candle back up, was boosted by earnings? And I just want to place caution with that signal because yes, certainly could potential to put higher, but look how when we, you know, here we came down on earnings, but then we went up, tested it the next week, the resistance, and then we came down and did a double bottom. And here it's pretty similar where we've gone up significantly over pretty much the past 1 year. And then what did we do? We try to form a bull flag, and now it's going back up. Certainly it has the potential to pull over 79.83, which is all-time high, but you have to be cautious as we near this area, right? That is the resistance area. So again, ask yourself, you know, is this risk worth it for you? If it's worth it for you, then by all means you can get into it, but at what point are you going to get out? So I think while this one looks good right now, just be a little cautious. Reza Box. Any update on the course or membership price range? So the price range will be around $300 fixed cost. Whether it's a subscription based or it's a fixed cost, that's actually under discussion. So I'll keep you guys updated. And in terms of the course, it is currently still under development. It'll be out in perhaps a couple of weeks. So I'm crossing my fingers and yeah, hoping that will occur soon. So let's take a look at BOX Box. So with Box, I think this chart looks pretty good. Right now, you guys can see that we form a reversal candle right here and that there's the potential to pull higher. So I think this is a very nice trend. Yep. So yeah, we did take a couple of weeks to consolidate here, and then you guys can see this reversal candles here. So I think there's a potential for this one to go higher. This is a good call out. I like it. Good job. I mean, I really don't have anything to say to this one because this is a good one. Because this is a good one to watch. Great job. I want to put in my ticker. Hold on. Okay. Monica, thank you for your comment about the growing channel. Yeah, appreciate it. And ticker X. So for X, here's something that was kind of interesting. Let me take you guys to the 1-year chart. So you guys can see that this area has been actively acting as a resistance area, right? 38.41. And now we're at the support area at 31.90. You guys want to be careful with this one because, you know, you might be, I think I know what you're looking at right now. You're saying, you know, here earnings, we came down, but look, we managed to recover all the way back up. How, you know, here we have earnings coming down. We can certainly have the ability to go up. That is true. That is true, except you want to be careful because here we had the 200 period moving average acting as support here and here, but now we broke below. One would question, at the very least, you know, the bear side of the case is, why did we start breaking down instead of hovering and going back up over the 200 moving average? Okay, so that is looking kind of dangerous. You can, you know, you could take a position right now. You certainly can. Not saying you can't, but this one you have to put your stop loss. Your potential of profit is great should it start going up. I do like this potential. So keep that in mind. Actually, I'm going to put this one on my ticket list as well. These are good calls. I like it. Good job, you guys. And a lot of you guys are getting way better at calling out better tickers, so keep that up. I really enjoy looking at everyone's tickers. Rizwan, you sold Alibaba, so what happened to Baba? All right, so Baba kept going down, right? Really not a big surprise. We talked about Alibaba on Thursday. And you bought SFM for a swing trade. So here's SFM. Wait, weren't you the person who was shorting Sprouts? Someone was shorting Sprouts. And so you guys can see here, again, once again, the catalyst for the uptrend was the earnings. And now we're at the resistance. Can you guys see that the $24 mark around that area is the resistance? Did you see how we got rejected at the resistance area? That's the resistance area, and all of a sudden we have the potential for it to come down. So just be careful if you're doing a swing trade. And I want to take you guys out to the 3-year weekly chart, and you guys can see that Sprouts really is erratic. At the very least, you could say that it is like a horizontal pattern, and now we're near the middle of the horizontal. We're near the peak of the middle to the peak upper end of the horizontal pattern. So is this the optimal price point? I think given earnings, you know, this is just risky and not something I would like to participate right now. All right, ZAGG, how can you sign up for the course? Yeah, so I'll let you guys know firsthand when the course will come out, and then you can sign up for the course and all that information. So on YouTube, Facebook, you guys will be the first people to know. All right, so ZAGG, we see a resistance at around 1851, and now we're coming back down. Let's see. This looks interesting. Interesting. Okay, I like this trend. Okay, the first thing is I do like this trend. Note that we have a support around this area, but I'm going to actually box this in. The support area is kind of wide in this case. Actually, yeah, and you know what? I'm going to put a line here. This is a nice support area. You guys can see that we've held a support. This is yet another, guys. You guys are on fire today. What happened? Well, you guys are always on fire, right? With trading, because you guys are watching these videos. Anyways, this is a good call out for a nice reversal signal at the support, and now we have a potential to pull higher. So the one thing that you do want to be cautious about is we are right here. There's a potential for 20+%, but we're under the moving averages. Can you guys see that? Under the moving averages. That is quite dangerous as we have resistance levels around here. So while I do like this pattern, I think there were a couple of other colors that looked a little better today. But just want to keep that in mind. I think I like this call out just since it's below, it's not able to break above right now. I would wait for it to kind of break above. There's a lot of potential for profit, sure, but you know, minimize that risk at least to give it time to break above. DJ Sen, swinging OPK. So with OPK, look at the resistance line at 644. Can you guys see that? And now all of a sudden we're coming back. We could certainly do a double peak, get rejected, but the potential for profit is lessening at this point. So again, this is one that you have to evaluate your risk. The potential for profit is lessening. The potential for a drop is huge, right? Is huge for a massive reversal. So just be careful as you're looking into this one. This was again the catalyst here. Oh wait, hold on. Hold off whatever I said. 2 days later, on August 7th, is the earnings. Okay, so whatever I just said, you know, take that back. Wait until earnings come out, because that could make them move to the resistance, perhaps over the resistance, perhaps under the resistance. Yeah, just hold off on this one. We'll revisit it in a couple days if you want to resubmit that ticker. Rico, you're about to get out of IQ and going to Tesla. Oh, let's take a look at IQ, guys. Remember what my speculation was for IQ? Now, the first speculation was it's going to break the 200 period moving average. It broke it, okay? Number one. And my second speculation, even though I thought it would occur before earnings, was that it's going to drop below $30. And it certainly has dropped below 30. We're at $28.50. Now, here's why I speculated this, and here's what I'm speculating further. People continue to compare this company to Netflix. People are looking at fundamentals and they think this is, you know, they have a lot of cash on hand. This is a strong company. The problem is the market sentiment is way too bullish for this stock. I don't understand why this is happening, but every time it hits $29, $28.50, it's breaking the support of, you know, it's not even really of a support. Remember, I put quote unquote support. It's not even really a support at $29.55. Every time we break this area, people are saying, this is a great buying opportunity. I'm going to go more into this. I'm putting all into my account into this. I'm adding more into this position. Whenever I read these comments, whoever is posted, that is a very dangerous signal. I'm thinking, and because people are still bullish at this area for IQ, it's going to continue falling until people give up hope. Seriously. Right now, we're below the moving averages. We're below the 20 EMA. We got rejected at 29.41, which is now acting as a resistance, a previous semi support, which isn't a support. And this one's going to just go down, in my opinion. It's going to keep going down until we see that reversal signal. So where could it go? Yeah, we have a small support at 28.40, but you know, this certainly doesn't have to hold. 25.85, you know, 22.36. Perhaps it will go to this ascending low pattern right here to 19.50. As long as we have that sentiment going for this stock that it's going to continue pushing higher, the retail traders will continue to lose significant amount of money until, you know, that sentiment dies down. And there's just, I don't understand why people are so bullish with this one. This just doesn't really make sense to me. So my speculation is that it's going to continue going downwards. At what point it will reverse, I really don't know at this point, because these support points are not that strong. The only support point that I feel is really kind of strong is the 1950 mark. But, you know, we'll revisit that if it gets down there. All right, IQ, that's my IQ spiel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, because I was just getting kind of a little irritated that people were so bullish on IQ. It just didn't really make sense. Let's see. AAXN, oh, K9. So yeah, yeah, just be careful with AAXN. So here you guys can see that there's really nothing wrong with this chart as well. AAXN continues to be on uptrend, but in 2 days there's earnings, right? So just be careful on this one. K9, try to submit one ticker per video. Just kind of limit it so we can move things faster. All right, and that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching all the ticker callouts, the commodities and market trends. Guys, I have to tell you, SPY, it's looking really interesting now. Why is it looking interesting? We're nearing the all-time highs, okay? We're nearing all-time highs. At that point, we could start breaking out and seeing higher numbers. And at that point, I think we're going to see some interesting movements. We're actually seeing volatility I know volatility is decreasing, but the size of the candles are actually increasing. So we're seeing more intraday movement, whether it's going higher or lower. You guys can see that how we kind of died down, you know, in previous days. You guys can see we kind of died down here. But look at these candles showing some larger, you know, volatility, at least intraday. What does that mean? Great for day traders, I think. So keep that in mind. I'll see you guys tomorrow for yet another Stock Talk. Enjoy your trading day and trading week. Hopefully you guys have a good one.